Hello learners, very good morning. This is your boss man Sagar.Utekar and currently you are on day 4 of Linux the Final Boss series where we are going to discuss very important command systemctl which is used for managing services in Linux system, as well as we will cover generalctl command which helps us a lot to troubleshoot issues in Linux system. And as a DevOps or SRE engineer, you will come across these two commands very frequently. That is why we are going to focus this day on systemctl and generalctl commands. So let's get started. If you don't know, my GitHub handle is Sagar2366 and I have put down all the notes for this particular series, Linux the Final Boss series, on my GitHub repository, which you can for give it a star and read the notes and follow the exercise from here. So as part of day 4, we are going to cover how to manage your services using systemctl command, how to view and analyze the logs, how to configure the services, how to troubleshoot the issues using generalctl as well. So on day 2 of this series, we covered Linux boot process, which you can check out on our previous video as well. So on that video, we discuss about when we power on our machine and before we get a prompt to enter a password for our system, it performs couple of actions and that is a boot process. We simplified the boot process into 5 easy steps. Power on self-test, which is nothing but hardware powers up and firmware test components. Then bootloader stage. Grub loads and presents a menu for kernel selection. Then kernel initialization stage where kernel decompresses and mounts file system. Then init system, which is a system D starts services and reaches the default target. And the fifth stage or the final stage is user space and logging, where user authentication and shell loading occurs. All the nodes are present on our GitHub repository, which you can go through it and try to learn boot process, which is very important question for your Linux interviews. Okay. One more new concept or additional question I have added here is what is run level? A run level is a legacy system which was represented with numerical levels. Nowadays, for modern system, it has been replaced with systemd targets, which is named targets. How init system uses different startup or shutdown scripts are defined using run levels, numerical system or systemd target system. There is a target for halting your system, rebooting system, running your system for multiple users with GUI or non-graphical multi-user mode. All those levels are defined in this run level. If you want to learn Linux boot process in detail, I have put down notes for that as well. But I believe that if even if you understand this part or this simple process, that is more than enough for DevOps or engineer. For today, we are going to focus on the service management with systemd. Very easy command, systemctl. And the command options are very self-explanatory. Like systemctl shows the service status. Systemctl starts a service. Systemctl stops a service. Systemctl restart your service. Systemctl reload config of service without restart. There are a couple of additional service options which we are going to discuss today. Then we are going to check out journalctl command. Journalctl-u service views helps us to view the logs of services. Journalctl-u service-f follow the logs in real time. It shows the logs of your service in real time. Okay, let's directly jump for the practical. I'll use my Linux VM, which we created as part of previous assignments for this exercise. Yes, let me adjust the screen so that it will be clear to you. Perfect. So let's use the sudo apt update command to update the packages on our system. Perfect. It has done the update of existing packages. If you want to upgrade, then you will need to run additional command. But for now, we are good. Let's run sudo apt install command to install the Nginx package. So for this exercise, we are going to take an example of Nginx. The simple command to install the package is sudo apt install -y nginx. So -y is for um, directly passing yes while installation. If you don't pass y, it prompts us to, but since now it has been already installed, it won't prompt. But if you don't provide -y while running sudo apt install, it prompts you whether you want to continue that operation or not. You can check that out. You can try that out. The next command is how to check the service status. You can use systemctl command to check the status, systemctl status, and the name of service. For us, it's a Nginx. You will see that now it is showing us the service status for Nginx. The service is active and running. It has been enabled and the configuration has been loaded from here. Okay. If you want to check that configuration, then you can do that as well. Perfect. Now the next command is if you want to start the service, which is already started, but we can try to stop it first and then start it again. You can run systemctl stop nginx. It has stopped the nginx service. We can verify that using systemctl status nginx. You will see that the status of nginx is inactive. It's dead. Okay. We can start service again or restart as well. So if you run the systemctl start nginx, it will start the nginx service. You do the systemctl status nginx, it will show the nginx service status. If you simply want to restart service, that is also you can do using systemctl restart command. If you want to enable the service, okay, enable the service to start at boot of your machine, or every time you power on your machine, then you can use systemctl enable command. Okay. If you want to disable that, you can do systemctl disable nginx. Let's check the status. Now you will see here the loading of this service has been disabled. Previously it was enabled. Currently service is running. I hope it's clear. So enable and currently running service, what is the difference? So if you want to start the service every time your machine starts or enable at boot every time your machine boots, then you can use systemctl enable command, enable nginx. You don't need to start it every time when you power on machine. If you want to simply make it your choice of when to start your service, then you can disable it at boot time and run it systemctl start nginx command to start the nginx service as per your convenience. We can run ss command ss-plnp check whether this service is listening on the port 80. So by default, the port 80 is for nginx. It's a default port which we can. If you want to check the nginx server page, then you can go to browser and simply do http colon slash slash localhost colon 80. You will see here that our Nginx service is running on port 80. Okay, and the web page is accessible. If you want to modify the page, then you can go to this path slash var www html and make the changes here. Make the changes into this file, save the changes. Okay, we have done the changes. Now you can use the nginx command sudo nginx x. I don't know if it is there, but to reload the configuration. Okay, yes, the command is already there. Nginx x command. It has reloaded the configurations, and then you can reload the nginx service as well using systemctl reload command. Let's go back to our web page and see that it is now showing welcome to nginx demo. So it's working fine. You want to check the logs, then you can use journalctl command, journalctl -u nginx. It will show you that the logs of nginx service. -u is for providing the name of the service. If you want to check the real-time logs, then you can use -f option. Okay, this will show you the real-time logs. Similarly, nginx stores the logs into file var log nginx. So you can use tail command tail -f, take the logs into var log and nginx to check the access log. The file is access.log, and for the nginx error log, it's a error.log. Okay, so you can use the tail command for that. Now, if you want to stop the service, then you can use systemctl stop command. If you want to disable the service, then you can use disable nginx command. That is all. Now this is done. Let's say you want to um, remove the remove or uninstall your nginx, then you can use apt command again, apt remove -y. Let's not provide -y for this time, and I'll show you that how it prompts. So apt remove nginx, and you will see here it has prompted us whether we want to continue or not. Just type yes if you want to continue. That will remove the nginx package. You can purge the other components as well of Nginx. Okay, Nginx has been removed. That is all. That is what I wanted to cover as part of this exercise. You can follow this step-by-step guide and practice all these commands. As at the end, I have added couple of extra exercise. So this one we did for Nginx. You can do the similar practice for SSH service and complete this checklist. It's very easy. If you find any issues, then you need to put all those issues as part of troubleshooting guide on your GitHub repository and read those before going to the interview. Okay. Sample interview questions also I have added here. Perfect. That is all. For the day 5, we are going to start with Linux basic commands for DevOps engineers. I feel we have enough knowledge of uh, Linux now. We did a lot of practice on from day 1 itself or day 0 itself. We check out virtualization, then installing virtual machine or EC2 instance, virtual machine on VirtualBox. Then we discuss Linux boot processes, Linux architecture. On day 3 also we checked out Linux folder structure and file types. Today we discuss about Linux boot process and service management. So day 5 we are good to go. We can directly start learning a basic Linux command for DevOps engineers. Okay, so that is all for this video. See you soon. Thank you very much.